the stream. Ooh. Alright, let's get back on track. How's it going, peeps? Oh man, today was busy. And good news, I have a job interview on Monday, so I hope I get it. It's gonna pay very well. Hopefully gonna be long term. But at least it's something. Beat all the bosses on their respective difficulties on Hell, so I still need to beat them all on BEX. That's where I'm running into a lot of trouble. To Miru. Who the hell is, what's her name? I don't even see her. Where is she? I don't see her. Missing characters. I'm trying to find out where that is. I don't see them. I don't see Rumi. Where the hell is Rumi? Isn't there Rumi right there? Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, one character. No, I don't want to talk to you. Out of the way. I can't talk to her. Oh my god, I hate when they all bundle. You can't talk to the character. I talk to her? Can I not talk to Rumi? Is it not possible? I hope I didn't screw up the file. Or I can't. Yeah, I can't talk to the steel. It's weird. Why can I not talk to Rumi? Talk to any other characters. I don't think I can do that fight, it seems. I can't activate it. It's weird. I don't know how you're supposed to reset it. Like reset progress or something. There's no way to get to that spot. Unless I have to do New Game Plus. Which I really don't want to do. How the fuck do you do this? I really wish you didn't have to like go to the story mode to get to the spots. I think you should be able just to teleport right to them. What's up, dude? How you doing? I'm trying to do a certain fight, but I can't get to it. Because I think my save file is, I'm not able to do it. It's weird. Like I'm stuck for some reason. I really don't want to start over. Like, oh my god, that's too much work. What's up, Razor? Fuck, I'm gonna have to... I have to do it on hell difficulty. I don't think I can do it on... I'm trying to do it on the highest difficulty. I'm trying to do Miru EX on BEX, but I can't activate the cutscene, so it's like I can't get to the fight. You have to do the story mode cutscene to get to her. So I don't know how to activate it. So what's up with you, Escape? How you doing? You just finished up your tournament, right? Fight, man. Because I have the overlay on the left side, that's why. That's why the measurements are correct. I'm trying to fit it inside the box. That's why it looks like that. I don't use Cocoa Bombs, actually. I don't use any Cocoa Bombs on any boss. I don't do a lot of stuff that a lot of people do. I tried. Eh, that's the farthest I can get. It takes so fucking long. And then you gotta start all the way at the beginning. Like, ugh. Oh, God, your eyes hurt after doing that without blinking for 15 minutes. Like, I literally do not blink my eyes when I play games, when I'm focused. Ugh, man. Like I said, don't be like me. Don't. Not blinking your eyes is really bad. Yeah. She's hard, though. Yeah, like I said, that form, the last form gets me because I don't know the attacks. So I'm like, I'm getting hit by everything. I'm just like, oh. Like, you don't have enough time to practice, so it's like, you have to do all that shit in the beginning just to get to that point. And then you're like, okay, now I get to practice. Okay, I'm already dead, so it doesn't even matter. The red form's pretty bad. I try to do it just base difficulty. You know, like I can do it on hell. Hell, I've done it. Hell's a lot more generous. Like I can, like hell's challenging still, but Bex is where the difficulty really lies. It's just you take so much more damage in Bex than you do hell mode. You need to go. What? You need to right before she separates into little shots. Far. What do you mean little shots? What are you talking about? Not sure what you mean. Little shots. Like you talking about when she spreads into little, like multiple copies of herself? What are you talking about? Trying to understand what you mean. Oh yeah. What you're supposed to do, you when she throws the beam at you, I think you have to turn right when it hits you, and it won't hit you. Like I think that's what you're supposed to do. I don't have any cocoa bombs, dude. I don't use cocoa bombs. I'm doing this. I don't use cocoa bombs on anything. I literally I do not use that item at all in the entire game. I do not use it. I always avoid it because to me it's like, I just don't use it. Oh, it's one of this. Oh, it's like it's kind of like the hidden thing with Coco, right? When she does that 2019 Happy New Year bullshit. Like I know that's a hidden thing. I've never seen it, but I know that's a hidden thing, and I've never seen that thing. I don't. I never bothered looking into it how to do it. I don't understand when you she's in difficult side mode. I don't. That doesn't make any sense. What you're saying. Use Coco Bomb when she is in difficulty side mode. What the fuck does that mean? Like I don't get what you're saying. I really don't get what you're saying. You're saying to use it. Oh, use it then? Okay. I mean, sure. It's right at the beginning. So you want me to use that right when that part happens? That's all. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. I don't go on the right. Fuck the right. The right's like it makes the fight too hard. Like she takes like half the amount of damage. Yeah, a lot of bosses have that. They have the left right side. If you want the harder side, if you want like retarded hard, like I mean the left side's hard enough as is. I don't need to make it impossible. Yeah, I don't beat the. I've never beaten the right side. I haven't beat the right side on any fight. So I'm like, I haven't beat BEX on any of the special bosses. So it's one of those things of I can beat it on hell. Hell, I've beaten everything. But yeah, I don't challenge right because right I can't. Right, you take like double the damage, and also she takes half as much. I mean, I could see what you're talking about. What the special effect is. I mean, I'm assuming it's just like it's just a visual thing. Try a little. Like I said, I'll try it. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool. It actually screws with it. That's pretty cool. So that's all. It just... Oh, it raises the level. So it makes her even harder, right? Yeah, it's just because I noticed her level raised to 683. Does more damage. So basically, if you get hit, you're pretty much dead. Because it says 4 times damage. So you're going to take 4 times as much damage from attacks. Because the eye damage is the same. I know there's an achievement for beating her on this difficulty, which I don't think anybody's. I don't know if anybody's done it yet, because it makes her a lot harder. I think it makes everything faster too, like impossible difficulty. Also messes with the sound, I notice. Yeah, just like, her life is not moving at all. Just makes the fight, it's gonna take a lot longer. Probably like 45 minutes or so. Like I said, I want to beat it on normal first, before I even get to that point. Because if I can't beat it on normal BEX, what makes you think I'm going to beat it on BEX Plus? Yeah, it's a little too hard for me. I still need to practice on the 489. Because that one's, at least I can have a little longer, because you take so much damage in that form when you bomb her. And it's like, okay, now I do 4 times the damage. I'm like, okay, I don't need that. I don't need her hurting me 4 times harder on every hit. Yeah, but what makes you think I'm going to beat this if I can't even beat normal? I mean, it's like saying, oh yeah, let's throw you into calculus when you don't even know, even you can't even do arithmetic. It's like, okay, that's I'm not going to do very well because can't beat the prerequisite before it. Let's say you push, like, hell is like I'm comfortable with. It's like, okay, now I'm trying to push it up to BEX. Then once you master BEX, then you do BEX Plus. Then once you do BEX Plus, you do Impossible. You know. So, like I said, hell is comfortable for me. I'm no shame. Just because I can't do it on BEX doesn't mean I'm a terrible player. I mean, if you think I'm bad because I can't beat it on BEX, then you're just elitist. It's like, not many people can beat it on BEX. If it's that easy, everybody could beat it. But BEX is very challenging. You know, it's like one of those things of I would say 95% of the world is incapable of beating this game on BEX. So, that's why when people say, oh yeah, you know, everybody beats it, I'm like, no, they don't. Normal? Yes. Hard? Yes. BEX? No. I don't believe that. I tend to disagree with people. I think they just say shit because they just say shit. Well, I mean, it's funny. Like you see, they say they do one game, and it's okay. Well, let's see you play another game. Let's see you do this game, and then they're like, oh, I can't, and then they can't do it. And it's like, well, this game's easier than this game. How come you can't do that game? You can't possibly be good at every game. Like I consider myself, like I said, a jack of all trades. I'm a master of none, but I'm good at everything. Like I can play almost any game and do well on it. Most games. I may not be perfect at them. I may not play them at the highest possible level, but I can play them. Whereas, you get people that are only good at one game, and it's like, okay, well, you're just good at that one game. Let's see you play another game, and they're not good at it at all. Because all they know is that one game. You gotta, to me, I never was a perfectionist because I just never was. I don't have any interest in being perfect at something. It doesn't, it's not something I strive to achieve. I rather be good at multiple things than be perfect at one thing. That's just me. I never was attracted to being perfect at something. Because another thing, I will say this too, it's at that point when you're playing that fucking much, you lose, I think, your passion. You start to get tired of it, and then your just motivation completely disappears. Yeah, you gotta understand too. I get bored very fast, so some stuff like fighting games, for example. I play mostly air dashers, but yeah, fighting games. After about 2 months, I'm done. I'm literally done. I'm so spent, and I'm just like, yeah, I've done as well as I want to do, and if I have to go any further, I would have to basically sell my soul to the devil, and then it just starts to become, it starts to lose its fun. It really does. It really kills my fun. Like, I don't even want to play anymore. That's how bad it gets. And I don't even play that much to most people. Like, if you look at my hours on fighting games, I don't have many hours at all. Like, for example, my hours in Guilty Gear, not even 200. I don't even have 200 hours on Guilty Gear. Most people like Guilty Gear, like, oh man, 200 hours, that's nothing. That's like casual. I was like, yeah. Because if I play fucking 5,000 hours, it's gonna drive me nuts. I just can't invest that kind of time like a lot of other people can. I can't sit there and play one fighting game that fucking much, invest that much fucking time. Like, you look at my fighting, matches, like how much I play, and I average maybe 200 matches on most fighters. That's when the threshold, I think, starts to get a little disinteresting. And 200 matches is not very much. And then you see people online, and their averages are like up to 10,000, 8,000, 6,000, 5,000, 2,000 matches. I don't have anything close to that. Hell, even all the fighting games combined I play, I don't even have that many matches roundups. So when I see somebody with 10,000 matches on one game, I'm like, oh yeah, you play too much. Like, you live the game, basically. So at that point, I'm like, yeah, no thanks. And then I just walk away. That's literally what I do. I'm like, no thanks. I've been in the tournament scene before. No thanks. It's like, nope. It's just not fun. I cannot do it. It gets to the point where I'm just like, ugh. Well, that's what I mean. Like, 250 hours, though, if you think about it, is not very much. That's not much at all. Like I said, there's people that have thousands of hours, and that's a lot of people that I've seen. Like I said, a Guilty Gear, a lot of people have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 matchups, which has to easily be 1,000 plus hours of game time. Easily that much. And I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to beat somebody that plays that much because I don't play that much. I don't want to invest that much fucking time. By the time I'm getting to that level, I'm already tired of the game. And I want to play something else. As a challenge is good, but I think after a point, though, just doing the same thing over and over and over just gets boring. That's why, a lot of times it's good to take breaks or just disappear. Just disappear and play something else. And then, invest your time in something else. Play that. And then once you're done, and once it starts feeling the same way, you do the same thing. But I see a lot of people that play in tournaments and stuff, they don't get burned out at all. Like they really don't. And I just live, I don't know how they do it. Like, they play that much and they don't get burned out. I'm like, man, like, even when I was young, I get burned out. Just after a point, you just get burned out. Because when you're playing in tournaments, you're forced to play that much. You have to. Otherwise, the problem is you're always playing, a keep-up game. You're playing, keep up with the Joneses. You always have, if you want to stay relevant, you have to keep playing. Otherwise, you just fall behind, and then you're yesterday's news. That's basically what happens. And I'm like, do I really want to be that guy where I'm just spending that much fucking time on one game just to say I'm better than everybody else at something? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not like I get anything out of it. Yeah, but even then, I mean, people, yeah, they, like, for example, Mayweather. I've given this example multiple times. Floyd Mayweather. He hates boxing. He has said on television that he can't stand boxing. He's tired of it. He only reason he does it is because of the money. He doesn't give a fuck about the sport. Which is kind of sad because, he's supposed to be the best. And he's got no heart. You know what I mean? It's like you just do it because you just want money. You don't love the sport at all. You don't have any respect for it. You shit all over it. And to me, it's like there's no passion there. He has none. He has zero. And I can't respect somebody like that just literally just drives on drives fumes on money. Like, literally, that's what's the only thing that's driving him to do anything in life is money. It's like, okay, to me, you need to give it up if you're at that point where you're just like, look, dude, I'm sure you're financially very successful. You have plenty of money. Why are you doing it? Like, to me, there's nothing driving you more at this point than just keep your financial well-being, and which I'm sure he's fine with how much money he makes. To me, I'd give it up. I'd be like, I'm done with this shit. I'm tired of it. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. That's why these guys should retire. Because your heart's not there anymore. Don't kid yourself. Don't try to lie to me and say, oh yeah, I still love it. No, you don't. You don't love it. You love the money. You love it for the wrong reasons. And then there's people out there that are really passionate because they really love competition, or they really love, bettering themselves, which is, I'm all for that. That's great. When you see, like, good sportsmanship where you're just like, they kind of like Goku from Dragon Ball. He's like the perfect example of a good competitor because he respects everyone that he fights. He loves the competition. He wants to keep getting better. I can see why people look up to him as a character. Because he's like, that's an awesome motivation right there. Like, that's cool. That's a great way of thinking. To better yourself. But nobody thinks that way. Most people just think about the glory, the money, the, you know, they don't want the hardship. They don't want the hardship of what's the word, like, they don't want opposition. Most people want things easy because they don't want to have any adversity in their life. So they just, to them, it's like, I don't want that. I just want to get to the end result. I don't care about how I get it. I care about they care more about the destination than they do the journey. Whereas Goku cares about the journey, not the destination. Because when you reach the destination, you have nothing left to aim for. But I also think it's with age too. Like, kids are more. I mean, I'm assuming you're young. Like, we're probably not even in the same league of age. Pretty sure. How old are you, Razor? Just curious. How old are you? Just want to see how old you are. Okay, you're a little younger. I'm 39. So my competitive drive has deteriorated since, I would say, early 20s. No, late 20s. Late 20s. My competitive drive started to deteriorate really bad. Like, I noticed it. Like, my eagerness to do things started to dwindle, because I realized as an adult, it's always work, take care of priorities, pay the bills. You're doing that for the rest of your fucking life. Unless you live with mommy and daddy. But even then, I think as adults, we crave that adversity because it gives our life meaning. So we want things to be meaningful when we accomplish things, not just be handed to us. Being having things handed to us is not the right way to live. I promise you that. It'll get you really depressed. I think I can vouch for anybody here. When you're young, maybe you don't care. But when you're older, trust me, you think differently. It's not the same. Like, when you're just handed your money, handed everything in life, you don't have to work for a goddamn thing. Trust me, you don't appreciate anything. But it's all good. Yeah, man. I like having these good talks. But yeah, I'm an old man, man. I'm 40 years old almost. I'm about to be 40. I'm old. I'm very old. So I am not the whippersnapper like I used to be. I can promise you that. I am not, my reaction times are slow now. I'm not as fast as I used to be. These old bones, they're not what they used to be, man. You feel it when you get older. Mentally, physically, you just feel it. Alright, let's try again. I'm trying to refresh my brain. Oh yeah, I mean, when you have that much going on with your life, yeah, I can't sit there and say I have it that bad. The only thing I don't have right now is I don't have a job, which which is, sucks because you need stuff to keep you busy. I mean, that's the good thing about having a job is you work, you feel more, I guess, productive. So you come home, you feel the work, the rest is well earned, and you can relax, you know. But I'd rather work than not work. I'll tell you that much. I'd rather work than not work. Working is more of a blessing than not working. I can't stand being on unemployment and not working. I haven't been working. I haven't had a job in the last 5 months, so I'm almost at the end of my unemployment. So it's getting to that point where, like, yeah, I need to get my ass into a job. Like, I need to. It's bothering me like a lot. It's okay maybe for like the first month to like take a little break, but after that you're just like, I want to get back to work. I really want to get back to work. So it sucks not working. It really does. Like it affects your health. It affects your thought process. You just like you feel like shit because you're just like, ugh, like I want to do something. Well, yeah, I'm actually really good with people. Like I'm actually, if you get me out and about and I get going, I'm actually really good with people. So it's one of those things of I rather be around people, but then I'm also very comfortable with being with myself. Like I am fine being alone. Like I can actually deal with being alone. I'm used to it. So to me, is like either way is fine. I got plenty of friends. My biggest problem is again is finding. Yeah, I mean I'm extremely social. Like you got to get me going though. But there's also times where I don't feel like doing anything. It's like where the laziness kicks in, and I can get pretty damn lazy, and where I don't want to do anything. Like I literally will just be like, "You want to go out? Not really. You want to just you want to watch anything? Not really. Like I really just want to lounge and do nothing, because I'm just not motivated to do anything." It's rare you ever see me get all excited about something. It's very rare. It really has to stimulate me for me to go, oh my fucking god, that's so cool, and I'm like, oh, and then my eyes are all big. That does not happen very often for me. Like, very, very rarely. It used to happen when I was young. When I was young, man, I used to get excited about a lot of things. As I got older, not so much. Like, because I feel because of my age, because I've done, you've done so much when you're young. You've experienced things, you've tried new things. You feel that everything was a new experience when you're young. You have to understand that. When you're young, everything is new to you. So getting your first job, getting your first car, getting your driver's license, going to school for the first time, learning about things in the world, stuff like that. Having your first paycheck, getting your first bank account, going out with your friends. There's so many. Thanks, Nyam, for the host. Appreciate it. Yeah, it probably is. I think a lot of people your age. Just me. You're not alone. A lot of people your age, kind of like, but you're not even midlife, man. Midlife is my age. What's up, Niam? How you doing? What's going on with you? getting your ass, getting your ass kicked for the first time. Amen to that. Getting your high school diploma, getting your college degree. It's exciting because you're just like, is this new? But then after you've kind of realized how the world works, you kind of start getting complacent, and then you're just like, yeah, Also, I will say the internet, and again, I know I really believe this. I think the internet and social media have really destroyed our experiences in general, because since information is so readily accessible over the net, it kind of we kind of take everything for granted now. It's like, oh, just look it up. Okay, it kind of takes out the excitement and the mystery of what's out there, so you can just look it up, and that really kills it for me. I remember when when you played video games, there was no fucking YouTube guide. There was no, you know, there wasn't any of that shit online. You had to just play. Oh, you want to go out and hang out with friends and play video games? You actually had to go out of your way to go to someone's house. Drive over there with your console to go play somebody. So, and I figured that was more of a special feeling. You kind of appreciated it more because there was effort involved. But now that everything's just readily accessible and kind of just given to us without having to try, it really kills our appreciation for things, because there's no hardship. It's almost like we have it too easy, and I kind of don't like that. I'd rather have a little hardship than no hardship. So I think that's why a lot of people are diagnosed with like depression and stuff like that, because there's no adversity in their lives. Because yeah, I think you need a little hardship in your life. I think it's important. Just a little. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just a little. I'm not saying you have to have it hard where you're homeless, and I mean that'll whip your ass in shape. I'll tell you that much, because you starve to death or you fucking live. That's obviously going to show how much you want to live in life. But I'm not saying you have to have it that harsh. But I do believe that we need. You should go out and get a job. You should go out and pay your bills. I will say, when I moved out of my parents' house for the first time and I had to pay rent, living with my roommate, trust me, that opened my eyes up so much. Like, holy shit. Then you realize, like, man, my mom and dad, I realize how hard it is for them, because they have to, support you. It's not easy. You start to appreciate the things that your mom and dad gave you, because they didn't have to take care of you. It's expensive to take care of a kid. So I appreciate. I'm glad that I left my mom's house, because me and my stepdad weren't getting along, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm out of here." And I realized that he was trying to drive me out, but in the same token, he did it for the right reason. Like, I may not like how he treated me, but in the end, it was like, you know what, you were right. I should have left. I didn't leave my house till I was 24. So I was a late bloomer. Your parents are like, oh man, we've been out since we're, 18. That's just a thing. For me, it's like 24. I should have been out of the house years ago. Well, yeah, of course. My mom is doing okay. She needs to work. The problem with my mom is she's very bad with money. She's really bad with it, and I try to teach her things, to be more frugal. It's hard, and some people have bad habits they have to break. And I'm more financially savvy than my mom is, so I know. But also, I don't buy a lot of things. I'm pretty frugal. Like, I'm more about making money than I am spending money. Like, I don't like spending money if I don't have to. If I can avoid spending money, if I could fix something to save $20, I'll fix it. If if let's say I want to eat and I'm like, I want hamburgers, I was like, well, I should honestly just get my ass and go make it in the, go work, go inside the kitchen and go make a hamburger. Why go to the fast food joint, spend $10 for a meal where I can make it at home for like, what, $2, $3? And you think about that and you do that with everything you do, it starts adding up. And then you realize, hey, I'm saving a lot of money. I'm being frugal. I'm being smart with my money. Also, I will say eating at home, you usually eat better too. Because you're watching what you put into your diet. There's just things you can do to be smarter with your money. Like I build computers. What's up, Soapy? How you doing, man? Yeah, we're just having a nice discussion. I'm taking a break right now because my brain's kind of fried on this. But yeah, cooking is definitely can be fun. I can see why. You get to make your own dishes. And it feels good to know when you cook something and someone enjoys it. It's nice to get somebody else's approval, knowing that hey, you're a good cook. It's definitely a skill that everybody should have. I mean, it's not hard. It's really not that hard to cook. It's just getting your lazy ass to do it. It's not hard, guys. Just go cook it. You got the tools. You don't even. I mean, hell, there's some people that just. I mean, I have a George Foreman, which can cook a lot of shit. I got a crock pot, and I got a microwave, and I got a stove. You got more than enough to cook anything with those things. All you need is the ingredients, the seasonings, the recipe. That's all you need, and you learn. No, because some people don't like to be told they're wrong. Yeah, man, that's one thing I learned about. True story. When I got my job, my job at Square Enix, yeah, believe it or not, I worked for Square Enix. I was part of the Final Fantasy 11 and Final Fantasy 14 online division. I worked in the support center. You want to talk about getting thrown into the deep end? Holy shit, dude! I was terrified because they pretty much threw me on the phones like day 3. They're like, "Okay, well, start answering calls. Like, we think you're ready," and I was so scared. Because I was just like, I never done that before. So I'm, talking live to people online, same thing with chats and stuff. And I'm, it's a lot of pressure, especially when you got to do it at a certain amount of time. So, yeah, I worked from 2012 to 2014. Met a lot of good friends there. And I still keep in touch with them. I try to, at least. But yeah, it was an eye opener, man. Because I basically pushed myself to do something I knew. Obviously, you have self doubt. You're scared because you don't know. It's new. It's something new to you. But you realize, hey, man, you want to survive, sink or swim, man. And I chose to swim, and I made it. And I'm surprised I worked there that long. I was only contract too. I wasn't even a full time employee. I was just on contract. And I persevered. I made it. And I was surprised it kept me that long. I actually left the job for another job. I was like, hey, they wouldn't pay me more money, so I told them, hey guys, I need to better myself. So I found another job working for a computer backup company, Cloud Backup. Was actually in the same building, but they were paying like way more money. Like they were going to start me off at $17 an hour, and I was like, yeah, like when Square Enix is paying you beans, like I was making $11 an hour. I mean, it's shit, And then this job comes around. Hey, we'll pay you 17 an hour, and it's even easier than what you're doing. But obviously, you got to be more computer savvy, which I'm very qualified to do that stuff. I have a lot of personal experience. I got about 24 years under my belt with computers. And, I transferred over there. I stayed there 4.5 years. I capped out my pay. My pay was $21.50 an hour. I got let go because the company was outsourcing their jobs to India, and which I wasn't too happy about. But I mean, what are you gonna do if they're gonna do that? That's just the reality. It's gonna happen. So they outsourced my job. I wasn't thrilled. And then that's where I'm at now. But luckily, you're a half computer. Yeah, like I said, I'm a hardware and software support technician. I build computers, I fix computers, troubleshooting, software, all software, hardware, installation, all that stuff. That is definitely my field of expertise. Been doing it since I was 14 years old. So Windows, I know a little bit of Mac, a bit of Android, and a little bit of iOS. I do want to learn Linux just because it's something I would like to know, because Linux is, I mean, even though it's not a very popular platform, but it's good to know regardless. Nah, I don't got the money to do it. I would love to build computers though. Oh God, yes. I would love to build computers as a full-time job. Shit. But the thing is, I want to do it on my own time. Like, I build computers on the side. Like, I just recently built two computers. Like, I built one for my friend last week. I built one this week. A guy came, picked it up. And then I'm building another one for my ex-coworker next week. But the thing is, you need to have... You still need to know people that, you need traffic. You don't have the customer traffic, you're not going to get anywhere. So obviously I need to know people that are potential buyers that want to spend money on computers. Most of my customers are either friends of friends, or the occasional guy from Craigslist, or or Let It Go, or whatever, or eBay. But it's consistency. That's the problem. See, if I could consistently make a computer every day, like literally when I'm netting about $150 profit a day just to build somebody a computer, I mean, shit. I mean, that's like $3,000 a month if I work 5 days a week, and which would maybe take me like 4 hours of work a day. I mean, that would be amazing. That would be fucking amazing money. Granted, I'd have to take my own taxes out and stuff, but it's like it would be easy work, you know. But again, consistency. That's the problem. I can't consistently get customers that much, so it's not It's a good side job. I mean, another reason why I build computers is because I use that money to upgrade my computer. So if I want to ever upgrade my computer, I'm like, hey, I just made $500. Hey, there's my computer upgrade money. And then what I do is I take my old parts, and then I build a computer out of those old parts, and then sell that computer to somebody else. Fix it up, clean it up, put new parts in. There needs to be put new parts in if anything's defective, and then sell it off for probably 75% of what I paid for mine, maybe 60%. And I don't take much of a cut. I don't take much of a loss, and I upgrade my computer probably once a year, on an average. I spend maybe on an average less than $100 to do a full upgrade. That's like replacing the processor, or replacing the video card, maybe adding RAM. That's about it. The main three things that you're gonna do. Those are the three parts that are gonna make your computer faster. Are those three things. Yes, true, Zeros. Live streaming tech support? That would be interesting. Yeah, but how are you going to make money on this shit? You gotta understand, I mean, you're paying for knowledge. So how are you gonna monetize that? When people just freely watch. They're just gonna bombard you with questions. I mean, yeah, you could, I guess, have them donate you to ask you a personal question, like, oh, okay, you get priority on my list. But That's still a lot. I mean, God, you can imagine how overwhelmed you would get with just so many tech support questions. Oh, what's up, Soapy? Do I play Nitro Plus Blasters? Once in a blue moon. I haven't played it recently though. I've been stuck on Million Arthur, but I'm not going to play Million Arthur until I get it in July, and I'll be back on it full. You will be streaming, see me streaming that probably daily for sure. I'm not going to give up on that game. That game is mine, man. I want that game. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, but you also gotta understand, there's a lot of people that do that already on YouTube, and they make a shit ton of money. It's hard to get into the industry. You would really have to sell yourself. You obviously got to start off small and start free, because no one's gonna give you money for a Joe Blow that nobody knows. You have to make a name for yourself. It would take a lot of work. Being a streamer is not easy. Like, you have to sell yourself. You would have to put an astronomical amount of work to make streaming profitable. He really, trust me, Maximilian, for example, he makes an amazing living off streaming. But trust me, he had to bust his ass to get where he is now. Bust his ass. He had to become established, become a face for the industry, and then he has to do stuff outside the stream. If the stream is not his main source of income, he's got to do other things. So he's a busy guy. Like, that's what surprises me, is like, goddamn how busy he is, and has time to do anything. Like, I figure he'd be so dead tired. But hey, he does it for the people. He's got passion he loves people. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I'd want to do streaming on that level unless it's something I can just be relaxing doing it. Like, it'd have to be something very relaxed, and the thing is, that's not going to work in streaming. I mean, hell, I don't have enough money I don't even have enough streamers for partner status. I only get on average maybe 10 viewers on my stream. I don't get no 50, 100, like other people do, and really, streams that teach you how to grow weed. Smoke weed every day. That's fucking funny. I mean, well, weed is legalized, so it's okay. That's hilarious. Got a weed farm. Integrity Farms. Oh, 100% integrity. Reminds me of that South Park episode with Stan Marsh. Oh, you smoking them pussy sticks, right? You don't want some real shit. Oh god, fucking South Park, too funny. Oh shit. Oh god, it's too funny. All right, Laser, get some rest, dude. Good talking to you. I'll be on for a while. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know if I'm gonna play this tomorrow. I might switch games, but I don't even know what I want to play. That's the problem. No problem. Get some rest, dude. Take care, dude. See you later. But yeah, Soapy and Xerox. I think you're the only two in here, like, watching right now. But yeah, just I don't think I'd ever become a major streamer just because I'd have to sell myself so much, and also I think I'd have to be a really fake streamer to get popular because I feel like I can't be myself. Because I think a lot of streamers, they have to put on a show, they got to put on a personality because they're entertainment. So people want to see you doing stupid shit. They want to see you acting crazy and outlandish. Now, you need to represent a part of somebody else's life that they are missing. Like, oh, your life's interesting. I want to watch yours because my life sucks. You know, that's almost how I feel when a lot of people watch other streamers. They want to watch somebody because they do something. Either one, you guys like the same thing, or two, they're watching that person because their lives are really upbeat and happy, and they need somebody positive in their life to make them upbeat and happy. What's up, Shade? How you doing? Figure you'd be in what's his name? Goddamn Clever Fox's stream. Yeah, but a lot of people like honest though. They want the fake streamers. They want the cancer. That's because that's it's you want to be part of the in crowd. You know, you have to be part of the group, one of us type thing. Oh, I don't care about that. I care about me. I care about what I want to do. Oh yeah, girls have it easy. Girls are all about showing the titties. Like, look at me, I got big tits and big ass. You want to watch me stream? That's basically girls in a nutshell. And they're all about showing the tits and ass. All they care about. They have no interests. They have nothing special about them other than they got a good looking body. Because, like my friend says, you know why guys watch girl streamers? Because it's like, I feel like it's illegal. They say it's like a legal way to watch like softcore porn. Because, obviously if these are kids, they can't be watching porn on their computer because their parents are watching them. But yeah, but you could watch a girl streamer that's showing cleavage like crazy. So, okay, well, this is the next best thing, so I can see some titties. And obviously, they send them messages. Sometimes they'll tell me, yeah, give me, the stupid shit. It's like stuff that can go under the table, where they won't get caught. To me, it's like, well, I'm a grown ass man. If I want to watch tits and ass, I'll go watch porn, or I'll go screw an actual girl. I don't need to watch a titty streamer to get that done. Well, not all of them are. I'm not saying all of them are like that, But there's a lot of girl streamers that just titty stream. But there are some legit girl streamers that are, they're good people. I'm not saying all of them are. I'm not sitting there saying all girls are bad. Well, I never get tired of tits. Trust me, I'm always looking at girls' tits. When I'm walking out in real life, I'm always checking girls out. That's just a man's nature to check out a woman's body. I mean, it's just I think that's perfectly normal, and girls should know that. And I'm sure girls do the same shit. They're always checking guys out, like, oh, he's got a tight ass. He's got look at those biceps. The girls do that shit. That's normal. It's perfectly healthy. That's just the thing. Our carnal desires to crave the opposite sex. That is completely normal. These guns. Because you're Hogan now with these 24-inch pythons. I'm surprised you're still here, Niam. I thought you'd be asleep by now. you'd be in bed. You were just be like, oh, I'm done. Because you were telling me that you were getting tired at the end of your, you don't know, Jack stream. That's cool. I know, like, right now everybody's playing, Sekiro right now. That's like the big game right now. Honestly, it's messed up. Mine's been mine's been kind of interesting. Like, I've been busy because of computer stuff, but good thing is, good news is for myself. I did talk to my recruiting agent. He did find me a job. I got an interview scheduled on Monday at 2 o'clock for a job with a aerospace company. So it's a full-time job, 9 to 5, I think. It's 6 to 12 month contract, but it can turn into permanent. So I'm still gonna take it because it can potentially become a permanent job. But it starts off at $24 an hour, 24 or 25, and there's a lot of room for growth. I'm like, yeah, $24 an hour is really nice. So that's good pay with benefits too. So that's really really nice. Well, I hope I get it. Obviously I got to get it's a phone interview first, and then once they like me on the phone interview, they're gonna invite me to an actual interview to meet them in person, and then they'll make their decision from there to see if they want to hire a guy like me. And I'm hoping I get to that point where like I make a good impression and they'll give me a chance. Because I really want to, it's a nice pay increase. I mean, it's $2.50 more an hour than what I was making in my last job. It's in Torrance, which is a little bit more of a drive than I want. Because it's about a 40-minute drive with traffic. That's if you go the most efficient route. But 45 minutes, but I'm like, I can swing it, you know what I mean? I'll do it. It's about an extra 10 to 15 minutes from my last job, but it's okay. Like, I'll do it. Like, it's worth it for me. I can waste an extra 30 minutes. I can afford to take another 30 more minutes out of my day just to make a little bit more money. The only bad thing is I'm going to be in a higher tax bracket, which I'm not going to like that, because then my pay is actually going to go down. So in a sense, I kind of want to stay at making around 22 an hour, because 22 is where I start to jump into the 22% bracket. If I stay in the $21, I stay in the 12% bracket. So you got to consider making that extra money an hour. You're actually losing more money because you're paying more in taxes, which sucks. I hate that. So I need to contribute more to my IRA so I can actually lower my tax bracket to get it back into that 15%, that 12%. Oh, of course. Yeah, I know. Nah, I don't see myself getting like into the 6-digit income bullshit. And maybe in my field, I can maybe see myself making $30 an hour, which is, to me, I'd be so comfortable with that amount of money. I'd be more than comfortable. I could probably live on my own with that much money. I mean, I would still live with roommates just because I would want to save up for a house, and then I would want to go into a house with somebody else, buy a house together, and be like, hey, this is our house, Again, it's one of those things of, it would be something I'm planning, but things could happen down the road. I mean, right now I'm renting a house. I don't own a house. I just rent. I would like to buy. It's obviously not in the cards now because I don't have the money to do it. But it will get to that point where I will eventually buy a house. I'll have enough money saved up. I'm like, hey, I'm ready. I can do this. Let's do it. Obviously, I need to get established, though. I need to make sure I'm secure, job security. I need to make sure I have enough money saved up. I don't want to be in that position where I lose my job, I have no money, and then you're just in trouble. And I don't want that. Well, it's with somebody like a best friend or a family member. I mean, it's somebody you have to trust, not just Joe Blow. Like maybe my dad or like I said, my best friend. I could see it happening. More than likely a family member though, because I mean, obviously my mom. I trust my mom with my life. I would never throw her to the curb. But also at the same time, I'm going to be inheriting that house, when she passes. So I will have another house to manage. So I also got to see it that way too. I'm not dating anybody. I'm actually single. I have no interest in getting married. I really don't. I'm not seeing anybody. I don't care to see anybody. I'm single and I'm happy with being single. It's fine with me. I don't need that. I don't need that burden in my life. To me, it's a burden. I'm not ready for it. I have no interest either. So I'm not going to commit myself to a woman that if I have no feelings for her and no thoughts of having a kid and shit. It's just not interest. I'm not interested. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested. It's just not for me. I think if I had a kid, it would be a bad thing because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a shitty father. Right? I'm like, I let this kid come into this world and dad doesn't care about him. Like, that's not cool. You have to do. You remember when you become a father, it's not about you anymore. It's about the family. It's about the kid. It's about your wife. You're taking care of somebody else. Your happiness kind of takes a back seat. So to me, I'd rather be single, and I'm fine with that. It's hard alone. It's hard enough to live on your own in California. You do realize like how much rent is over here for a single bedroom apartment. It's like $1,000 a month. Like that shit is probably on the low end. More like $1,200 a month. Two bedrooms like 1,400. Three-bedroom apartments like 16, 1,700, and a three-bedroom house is about 2,000 to 2,200. So it's expensive to live in California. I can't afford that kind of a rent by myself. That is just not gonna happen. I would be holy crap. I'd be in so much trouble if I had to spend that kind of money. 22. If my rent was $2,200 a month by myself. Shit. I'd be bankrupt. I would be broke in probably a year. I would have no money to pay the mortgage. Even if I was making $30 an hour. That's why I say it's not comfortable. You have to do it with another person. That's why I would want to go in with like my dad or somebody. A second person and then maybe even rent out the third room or something just to make some extra money. It's like I would say, hey, let's go buy a house. It's going to cost probably about, right now, the market's okay. It's not great. But, I'm trying to wait till the market takes a crash, and then that's the time you buy, because, it'll be cheap. But yeah, just you go in, put your 30% down, I know, is it 20%? Yeah, 20% down. That's pretty much guaranteed your foot in the door almost. First time buyer. And then, yeah, again, you got to also consider, like I said, you got to consider you paying taxes on a mortgage. That happens every year, so you got to keep that in mind too. also all the maintenance that goes on your house, that's your responsibility. Unlike renting, where it's the landlord's responsibility, so we just call the landlord up whenever there's a problem. He comes and fixes it. Which is cool. But if it's you, you got to make your own adjustments. Oh, like my toilet broke. Well, you better come out and fix it. You're responsible for it. I'd have to do it. Oh, look, you have bad plumbing. Well, guess you're gonna have to fix it. Comes out of your pocket. So it's not cheap. That's why I'd rather go and like with if I bought a 3-bedroom house, let's just say I get a 3-bedroom house and my mortgage is like $1,800 a month. I'd want to go in with 3 people. I would say, hey, me and my dad will go in, and I would invite like another person and be like, hey, because we obviously we'd want to put the bedroom with another person. That's cuts down on our rent significantly. Once you go more than 3 people, I think the rent starts to, it doesn't really make much of a difference. It doesn't, you don't really save too much more, because then your electricity, water usage, your food goes up with more people. So you have to understand, you maybe pay less on your mortgage, but then you pay more on your expenses. So I think is the 3 people is the sweet spot. I think that's where halves is definitely awesome. But 3 people I think is the most efficient. Not too expensive on the rent. Like I said, it'd be $600 a person, which is very affordable. Easily you can do that on a $20. Hell, you can do that on a minimum wage job. As long as you're smart with your money. Like I said, I'm smart with my money though, so I'm very frugal. Like, you should see how I shop. Coupons, looking for sales. Try to eat at home as much as possible. There's things, I don't drive much. I have insurance discount because I have a low mileage driver, so that cuts my insurance premium down. I recycle. Like I said, I do side jobs, like, I build computers, fix computers. I'm an eBay seller. There's things I do to get money flowing into my account. So I'm actually doing okay. It gives me something to do. I actually enjoy selling on eBay, and I enjoy building computers, so it is a hobby to me. So, but I make money off of it, so it's nice. Just you're getting hundreds of dollars left and right from people because you're doing things, and that's cool. That's awesome. That means you're being smart. You're thinking about the future, not thinking about the now. And I don't really have anything. Like, I don't need anything. I got a bed. I got a house. I got a brand new car. I have a 2017 Hyundai Elantra. It felt good going to the dealership and going, I want that car. And I have amazing credit. I think the last time I checked my credit, it was at 815, which is really high. That's like a luxury credit. That's exemplary credit. Like, nobody will turn you down with a credit score that high. So I have I do a lot of stuff to me. I pay all my credit card bills off in full every month. I don't spend a dime. I don't let any interest carry over. When my bill comes, I pay it. So my utilization, I think, on my credit card is less than 3%. And I pay it off every month, so I don't get any interest. And then I keep all the cash back rewards I get from the credit cards. I save those. So like one card, I have $100 gift card that it's like, hey, that's $100. $100 is nothing to scoff at. You can, that's awesome that you can just have $100 lying around, and knowing that's just one piece of income that you earn, just one out of many. Same thing with, I look up deals on my internet, rebates for equipment I buy. Like, I recently had to replace a washing machine because our old one took a shit, and we bought a new one, got a discount on it, and it came with a mail-in rebate, which we had to sign up with Cal Gas Company, and they sent me a $50 rebate check, and I was like, hey, that's $50. Took me, it took me 8 weeks to get it, but it's like, hey, that's 50 fucking bucks. That's a video game, or that's that's food for like a couple weeks. Stuff like that. It's like, hey, be smart with your money. Money don't grow on trees, man. I'm glad I learned all those things from my dad because he kind of taught me how to be smart with my money. It's good habits. I'm not. It may sound like I'm being cheap. I was like, I'm not being cheap. I'm being smart. Why pay full price for something when you can get it at a discount? Or is it something you need right now? Well, just wait for it to go on sale. You don't need it right now. I don't need it. You may want it, but you don't need it. Like, I don't need an Xbox One. I don't need a PS4. I don't need a Switch. I don't need that shit. I don't need a 4K TV. I don't need. You wish it was that easy. I wish it was that easy, man. If I could grow a money tree, I'd do that in a heartbeat. Shit, I'd be planting like 100 money trees. Like, oh yeah, wait a month and $1 turns into $100. So like, oh, okay, I make $10,000 a month. Sounds good. I'm gonna do that. I wish it was that easy, dude. But unfortunately, it's not. So I have to make money another way. The only thing I don't like about my room when I making money, man, my room is such a mess. Like if you look at my room, you're like, Jesus, got a bunch of shit on the floor. Like there's just computer parts, old phones, sticks of RAM, video games, movies, all over my floor because I have nowhere to put it, and I'm trying to move this stuff out on eBay. I mean, it's moving. It's just I have so much crap. I need to get rid of the shit because I don't need it. I just need you know I just need the necessities. Like there's a lot of stuff I don't need anymore. I don't care about it anymore. There's like I have board games, for example. I collect board games, and I don't play any of them. Like they just sit there. I only play them when friends come over, and that's if they come over and play them. And it's one of those things of, do I really need them? Not really. They're nice to have when if you just want to pull it out and play it. But it's one of those things I don't really need it though. I got posters and I'm looking online. Like for example, I have a copy of Shantae, The Pirate's Curse for PS4, a physical copy, signed by the creators, Matt and Aaron Dizon, and that game is $100 because it's a physical copy signed. I'm thinking to myself, I can get the game like a digital copy on Steam for like $5. I'm like, what do I need the physical copy for? I mean, it doesn't hold any value to me. I'm not gonna play it. It's just gonna sit there. So I sold it. It's like, hey, I made $100 on one little video game that I got for $25. So I made a profit. I got anime figures I collect, and I'm like, hey, these anime figures are getting higher in value. Maybe I should sell them. I don't care about the figure anymore, so just sell it. Rainy day, if I need a couple $100. I'm like, oh, I got a Kingdom Hearts poster that's worth like $20. Like, I don't like Kingdom Hearts really, so why would I keep it? I should just sell it. Stuff like that. That's how I think. Like, I just go through my stuff. Like, I don't need this, don't care about this anymore. And then all that money becomes side money for me to spend. Like, if I want to go out, have a nice dinner, or if I want to, go buy a new game, I can. Because I have all that money pushed aside to buy that stuff. which is nice. You know, I like doing that. To me, it's kind of a fun thing too. I like flipping things. I like to buy things and flip them, make a little money. You know, if it's not worth anything, I'll keep it. If it's like it's not even worth my time getting rid of it, because it's like, oh, it's something I like. It's like a figure, but it's only worth $10. I'll just keep it. It's not worth my time to sell it. I'll be like, eh. The fact that I would just like to have it for $10 is more important than me making $10. Now, if that same figure was $200 and I paid $20 for it, and now it's $200 because it's ultra rare, I would be like, yeah, you can go away. I'd sell it. I wouldn't even care. It'd be gone. I'd rather have the $200. You know, that's just how I think. You know, it's not important to me. I don't, like I said, I don't even own that many consoles anymore. Like I'm gonna probably downsize just to my PC. Like all my shit is on my computer. That's all I play is computer. Occasionally the PS4. Occasionally I play the PS4. Even then, it's like one of those things of, I barely play it. It's just sitting there. So, like I said, right now I have a Switch. I don't even play the damn thing. It just sits there. I'm strongly considering getting rid of it. I have an Xbox 360 that they have a bunch of Japanese games that I could easily play on my computer now because of emulation. So also they have PC versions of it I can get for free. I just download it. I'm like, okay, I can sell. Oh wow, you actually have the Taru collection, the Taru miniatures. Is that what you're talking about? The one that like Shantoto and all the Windurstians. Is that what you're talking about? That's expensive, isn't it? Isn't that worth like $200 or some shit? Just sell those, dude. Like unless you care about it still. I would sell it. I'd sell those in a heartbeat, man. Money come my way. I don't even, unfortunately Final Fantasy 11 to me has died. 11 was great memories. Those will never be replaced in my heart. But the game is not the same anymore. I don't even want to go back, just because there's nothing for me to go back to. Like I feel like the game has changed too much. Well, yeah, they were like $40-$50, but I think right now they're. Actually, let's go check it out right now. I'll stop. I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm enjoying talking to you guys. Let me just exit out of here. I can always come back to it. Turn on. Do you have what are they called again? Do you remember the name? I'm gonna look it up. That's why I'm asking. Do you remember the name of the figures? Oh wow, you still got the mailing box. Goddamn. What is it? Square Enix? Was it Final Fantasy 11? What was it called? I forget what it's called. Miniatures. I forgot. I need the name because I don't know what the fuck those things were called. I think it says it on the box, if you don't mind reading it to me. Oh, Fantasy 11. Figurines? These, right? Yeah, look at this shit. Just one is $58. That's for Star Sybil. It's just one, dude. You have all 4 or 5? Yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't even think you can find this shit. Like, she's the only one. Trading arts. Let me see. Trading arts. Trading figure. Especially if it's sealed. This one, right? That's the one you have? So about $100. These, right? That's the one? That's the one you got, right? That's about $100. That's $100. You got double your money back. I'm sure somebody will buy from you. Yeah, like, you got the... God, man, just... Because I think, like, the Taru's rare. Was there 4 figures in that pack, or was there 5? I thought there was a one that actually had the Taru, the Archangel Taru in one of them. It was like a bonus set where it come with a 5th figure. You know? Oh, you got the Winderstian dog tag? That might be worth something. I don't know. I don't even see it like in here, but funny, like you buy it used, like how much cheaper they are. People do not like used. Like they can be mint condition and people do not want them because they're opened. It's like, to me, I'm a collector, I wouldn't care if they're used as long as they're mint condition and have everything in them. I don't give a shit. If you're gonna drop the price by like half because it's open, then sure, I'll buy a fucking a used one. Windows. Was it dog tag? Let me see. This one? Is that what you have? That isn't it? Oh, is it? No, it's like this, right? But it's Final Fantasy's. Man, does even a thing like that? Oh man, that's rare. There's an 11 dog tag, but this is. I forget what expansion this was. You must have. I guess it seems like there's various Vanifest promo keychains that they have. They're like like 40, $50. FF11 Players Collection. Let me see. Players Collection dog tag. Is that what it's actually called? It's a talisman. There's a lot of FF11 merch, man. Yeah, that's the building I work at. That was the one. 999 North Sepulveda Boulevard. That's where I worked. El Segundo. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it, dude. Doesn't look like anybody has this thing. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like anybody has this shit for sale. So I don't know what it's worth. So it could be worth something. It could be worth 50. Based on what other keychains and other dog tags, it looks like it can be anywhere from $20 to $50. So that's maybe because it's like ultra rare, maybe $50. If you probably sold it with the figures, you'd probably get $150. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, if you care about it. I mean, I probably would get rid of them. That's just me, because I think they were 40 when they came out. They were like $10 a figure. But I wouldn't now. The thing I really wanted, shit. This is what I would love to have, but it's so expensive. This thing. This is like the greatest FF11 fucking memorabilia you can own is the Shadow Lord statue. Like, oh my god, this thing is. I remember one time I went to Frankenson's and somebody had it, and I was just like, that thing looks so fucking bitching. I want that so bad. Then I saw the price tag, I was like, like $600. You could shove it for $600. Yeah, I love Shadow Lord. That's my favorite character in FF11. Such a badass villain. Well, you mean Dynamis Lord, or you mean Shadow Lord? You know, there's two different ones. Remember, Dynamis Lord was the Dynamis Zargabard boss, and Shadow Lord was just a mission. Which one are you talking about? Dynamis Lord or Shadow Lord? Yeah, Dynamis Lord was shit, man. I didn't beat him until they raised the cap to 85. And then I took him on. We beat him with 11 people at 85. They had 75, man. That shit was brutal hard. God damn, he was hard to beat. Such a tough boss. It's like, Jesus. Because you can only do it once every 3 days. And you needed a hell of an alliance to be, like, one alliance was risky. They recommended like an alliance and a half. 24 people. Like, if you were well geared, you can get away with 18. But if you weren't well geared, you probably want 24 to 36 to kill him. Like, I just remember he was rough. Like, it was rough. But it was such a great fight. Like, when you beat him, though, it's like, oh my god. Like, it was so awesome when you first beat him for the first time. Because you're like, I did something that not many people can do. Yeah, it was two full alliances. Oh yeah, now he's easy. I mean, even when they brought out the Arch Dynamis Lord, which he was still pretty tough, but he wasn't as tough as the original. Like Arch Dynamis Lord, you can beat with 18 people. It's just, again, with the raised levels, it really nerfs the fight because your stats are enhanced, your gear is way better. You have new abilities that you didn't have before. So it really, and then he doesn't really get any new tricks. It's just he's just higher statted. He maybe has one new gimmick. That's it. But other than that, he's mostly the same. I know. I know. I used to solo Dynamis all the time. When they changed it to an open instance where it was just you literally can go in like once a day, and it was just a key item, and they made it where all the enemies acted like normal monsters. It was shit. It was a joke. Like literally, it was a joke. Like how easy Dynamis got. I was like, wow, it's so fucking easy now. It kind of like we used to go in with low man. I mean, I remember when we used to fight when we did the relic farming for the attestations, and we fight the attestation NMs. They would I remember, man, when I first fought them with 24 people, I could not beat them because they were just so tough at 75. And then you fight them at 85, a party of 6 can beat them. Like, it's just like, what a difference. It's like, you're just that much stronger. 10 extra levels makes such a huge difference. I mean, it can still one-shot you, but you can manage, though. Like, their damage output was sufficient to kill them in time enough before they overwhelmed you. Yeah, those are good memories. I mean, I like Final Fantasy XI. I mean, it'll always be my favorite MMO. But, unfortunately, the game's changed too much. It's not the same game anymore. It's not my game anymore. And I look, and I watch people play it, and my heart's not there anymore. Like, I feel like something's missing. It's just the fact that one, my friends don't play. Two, the game has shifted focus to a new generation of gamers, which I don't like how the new generation is. So I feel like almost in a sense like video games are not for me anymore. Like it's kind of sad because you know somebody who grew up with video games their whole life made me who I am, and then I feel like that's being taken away from me now. Like it's not special anymore. That's what sucks, and you know, because I invested so much time into this game, and I feel that well, there's nothing for me anymore. So, I like I said, I haven't played since. I mean, I could show you my character if you want to see her. I visit. See, this is my character. Still, I'm on Ashura now. I haven't played since November. I've been away for 4 months. I came back in November because it was a free logging campaign for November 8th to the 22nd. It was 2 weeks free. So I said, fuck it, let's play for free. Yeah, and then I took another break before that. October, I didn't do shit. And then it's just like, I just kind of just fell off right here. So I'm just like, I just don't care anymore. And the updates that they've been having lately have been kind of a shit show. I don't care. I'm a thief. Thief's always been my love. Yeah. See, you got a Mandau. You know, the joke weapon, as everybody calls it now. It's like considered low tier now. Like everybody gives you shit for having one. It's like, dude, I had Mandau when it actually mattered. When Mandau was a force to be reckoned with. And people will be like, oh shit, he's got a Mandau. Like, you know, people turn their head and be like, oh man, he's got one. You know, it's felt fucking good getting that weapon. First time. I had screenshots, well, before my hard drive died, of me obtaining it, like doing the quest. And I remember the day I got it for the first time. And I was just like, oh yeah, I feel like a god. You feel like you've accomplished something so great. Probably, yeah. But yeah, like I said, now I got a Thwashchar now. I got got 2 legendaries. Yeah, Mandau, Thwashchar. I got Gungnir, or how do you say it? And then Aegis. They're still relevant in current Final Fantasy 11, but they're not as good as they used to be. They kind of fallen off the shore. They've lost their placing in being the best. Like normal, there's some normal weapons that actually, in some cases, are better or are as good as the best as these weapons, which is stupid. It's like, oh well, that really kills the specialness of the weapon because you do all that work to get it, and then now it's like, oh well, it's a second banana weapon now. It's like it doesn't mean anything anymore. Yeah, the fighting in FF11 was very strategic. That's why I liked it so much. It was a little slow, but the battles felt really good. Like back in the day, I'm talking about 75 era. Yeah, I started, my Black Mage was my first job. Then I got kind of tired of Black Mage after the first 2 years. And I jumped to Thief, and I fell in love with Thief, and I could not stop playing Thief. Then I tried out, then my friends were like, oh, we have a Link Shell, we need a tank. So I started leveling up Ninja. So I said, oh, I need sub Ninja for Thief. So I was like, okay, well, let me level Ninja. I got Warrior leveled. And then I said, okay, well, we need a Paladin. I was like, okay, so I leveled Paladin up too. So I had Thief, Black Mage, Paladin, and Ninja. And then way later down the road, I leveled up Monk and then Dragoon. I'm sorry, Dragoon then Monk. It was Dragoon then Monk. So, but yeah, this is like super late. That was current FF11. The other 4 jobs were 75-11 when I leveled them up. It's because I was like, okay, we need a tank, a DD, and a mage. So I had one of each. And most of the time, people want me Black Mage because Black Mage. at the time was super strong. One of the top jobs. I was on Siren, which was Diabolos initially. So I went on Diabolos, and then they merged it with Siren when they did the server downsize. And then when all my friends quit, I had no attachment to Siren because Siren was dead. Like, nobody I know is on Siren anymore. Like, everybody left, and the server was down to a population of like 200 people. I was like, ouch, 200 people. That's terrible. That's like that's dead. That means that server is fucking. There's nobody there. So I was like, you know what? I can't stay here anymore. I said, there's nothing for me. So I left. I mean, it kind of broke my heart because, you know, that was, you know, it's home. So you feel like, you know, you're home. You left home, and it just, you know, and you don't want to leave those memories behind, and you feel like I had to. I had to leave those memories behind. A part of me died. I really felt that way. A part of me really died that day. Killed me, man. It really killed me. No, and then there's my best friends that I made on my server where, you know, we made a link shell together. You know, we did endgame, and it's gone now. Because everybody moved on, everybody, you know, got tired of the game. You know, their focus was changing. You know, okay, you know, no, it happens. As you get older, you know, your life just takes a different turn. Like, this isn't for me anymore. I mean, I could come across that. It might happen again to me, where it's just like, hey, this isn't for me anymore. You know, my heart's not feeling the passion like it used to. That's what sucks, is when you're passionate about something, and then that passion just disappears, and you're wondering, what the fuck happened to that passion? What happened? That's what kind of, I always ask myself that. Like, with something I used to love, how come I don't love it anymore? Like, I always wonder, as long as I played FF11, I played it since 2003 to 2019, 16-year veteran. And I would say my interest started waning about 2014. I would say it started to get really bad. So I was like 11 years straight, my passion was high. And then after that, it just what happened? You know what I mean? Like, it just disappeared. Like, what happened? I was so passionate before, and now I'm not passionate anymore. And then you go back to it now, and it's just, you really don't feel anything. And it's just, I don't understand. Like, why does that happen? All of a sudden, it just disappears. When it was something that was such a bright spark in your life, where it was shining so bright. And now it's gone. I mean, Niam's one of those guys. I don't know if he's in here still, but Niam, he played 11 too. He doesn't even play it anymore. He's done with it. I don't think he's ever going back. I don't think he's had any desire to go back to it. That's how I found out about Niam in FF11, you know, when I saw him there. Yeah, but you miss those. I mean, it's nice having passion about things, though, and I feel like I can't recuperate that passion. You know, with anything, you know, it's just hard to find a passion in something anymore. You know, I mean, you definitely have to look for it because you just don't know unless you look for it. It could be something really obscure that you're like, but then I feel like that passion eventually disappears eventually too, because, you know, you find something new you're passionate about, and it may not last as long. Oh no, I don't know, no regrets. I just wish I could rekindle that love. You know, it's like it could even be the same old game, and you just come back to it, and it's just not the same. And you feel that way deep in your heart, and you're just like, you could have all your friends back, you know, all the you know, the link shell, all that shit. I mean, yeah, it might make you happy for a moment, but then you're like, nah, I don't want this again. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't want to go back and just live. Some people they want to live in nostalgia. They just want to stay in that moment of time because that's when they were the most happy. And it's like, and I think it's not necessarily the moment in time that makes you happy. It was just at the time you were for yourself at that age. That was a special moment. And then just because you're gonna throw yourself in that moment again doesn't mean it's gonna feel the same way after you've experienced it. So that's why I tell people, don't be fooled by the nostalgia glasses. Just because you put them on just means you're going to be instantly happy, and that's not necessarily true. I made my own link shows. I got tired of joining link shows and just having I wanted my own group, and I had good friends. I had a lot of friends in FF11, like a lot of good members. We weren't huge. There was like I would say about 12 key members where we were really, solid. And I would push them to be like, hey, we can do great things with 12 people. We may not get the best shit, but we can do some amazing things. It was nice, seeing that skill come out where you're like, hey, we don't need 18 to get this shit done. We can do it with 12. It's going to be hard, but we can do it. But yeah, but it's also again, it's that moment in time. You can't recapture it, no matter how hard you try. You just can't. It just doesn't happen. It just can't. It's impossible. Because again, that moment in time was good at that moment in time. You cannot bring that moment of time now and expect it to have the same result on you. It just does not happen. So that's why I think a lot of people they get fooled because nostalgia, awesome. I'm gonna be happy because I'm back in my old environment. That means that everything's gonna be okay. No, that doesn't happen. So yeah, I agree. I think it's just one of those things of you've moved on. It's just it was a good run. You moved on. It's not for you anymore. It might be for somebody else, but it's not for you. And that's what sucks. I feel like I have to do that with stuff I'm so passionate about. And I feel that, maybe I need to just let it go. Just get rid of it. Out of sight, out of mind. And I'll be happier. And that's what kind of sucks because it's just like something you really loved and you just letting go sucks, man. You just let go. It kills you. Yeah, you shouldn't chase it. I mean, obviously, chase your dreams, chase what makes you happy. I mean, we all want to be happy. No one's ever going to deny being happy, whatever is regrettable. Being happy is something everybody wants to achieve. We all want to experience happiness. I think, I'm at that point where it's just like, you just gotta, I always noticed every time I was happy in my life, it was always because I tried something new. It was always pushing myself out of my comfort zone. Like, first time, perfect example was when I moved out of my mom's house. Got into a fight with my stepdad. I said, fuck it, I'm out of here. Oh my god, it was the greatest feeling ever. It was such a new experience for me. It felt really good, and I got so used to it, and I had so much energy just to, I felt like there, life had a lot, life had something going for me then. And then the next step, like I played FF11, I jumped into 11, and holy shit, it's like this is the next level. Like, oh my god, like what is this? I've never played this before, and then I got hooked on it. And then same thing with getting a real job. My first job felt good, and then getting a good paying job, in the industry, that felt good because it was something new. So I think yeah, it's one of those things. I think you need to break your comfort zone to achieve that happiness. because we need new experiences to make us to stimulate us. Because I figure when we just do the same thing all the time, we kind of get complacent and then we're not happy. It's like eating the same food, playing only one game, watching, or just having only one activity. Like maybe I should, take up another hobby. Like me, it's like I like building computers. So I think it's a lot of fun. I don't do it often, so I guess my interest is still there because I'm not overwhelming myself with it. If I was constantly doing nothing but that all the time, I probably would get tired of it. But yeah, I think it's just nice to diversify your things up. Variety is the spice of life. So, you gotta try new things. So a lot of times I don't like even video games. Like there's times where I don't feel like playing video games. I really don't. I'll log in and be like, I don't want to play. I just don't because I'm just not in the mood. I mean, and I think that's perfectly normal. You're just not in the mood. And you're like, well, what are you in the mood for? I'm like, nah, I don't know. And then I guess you have to look for that something. You look for something to get you in the mood. Whether it could be, taking up a hobby like, building a toy car or sports, exercise, going swimming, going play basketball with friends, or go take up go archery, do go jogging, go to the gym, work out, build a car, something to stimulate your mind to get it interested in something. Yeah, I guess it's finding what you're interested in. What is it that you find interesting, and what does your mind get stimulated by? For me right now, I mean, obviously, I want to get back to work. I mean, that's driving me nuts. I'm not working, so obviously, if I get this job at working for an aerospace company, it's going to be a new experience for me. I think I'm going to be really happy because it's just like, oh, okay, this is a lot of new shit to take in. I'm going to meet new people. Again, it's going to be a change of pace, so it's going to be new. So I'm going to be, obviously, it's going to stimulate me. And then obviously, when I come home, I'm going to be tired. The rest is going to feel good. You come home like, oh, I'm going to play some games, to wind down. And then you feel like you've earned that rest. Because I did like going to work and coming home, and then Friday coming, you're like, ah, man, Friday, I can't wait for Friday. And then you're like, want to do stuff, on the weekend. So I like that feeling. Instead of, oh, I'm always home. What am I doing? Well, need to find stuff to do around the house because if I don't, I'm gonna just sleep all day. That's literally what I do. Like I get bored, I just sleep, and that's because I'm bored. Because my mind has nothing to do. There's nothing it wants to do. So it's like, what do you usually what do you do when you're bored? Two things: you either sleep or you eat. It's always one of those two things. Sure, go ahead. Yeah, and then I realize I eat a lot because I'm bored. I'm trying to stop doing that. Right now, I'm kind of pushing myself away from food right now, and I realize I just need to drink more liquids. Eating poorly makes you feel like shit too. Like you have no energy to do anything. What about it? What are we? What are we looking for? What are you showing me this for? What am I looking for? I declare this the best. Those arts are so cute. I remember a lot of this shit. September 2009. What about it? Oh, you found the thing you're talking. Oh, okay, those. I see what you got. Yeah, yeah, those are rare. So if you still have it sealed, yeah, if you, yeah, that's an expensive item. $107 for fucking a dog tag. That's so expensive. I would never spend my money on something like that. That's just ridiculous. Bro sale, man. I remember bro sale. Too funny. There's some really classic shit in here. But yeah, good memories. It's old school as hell. Oh yeah, the harpsichord item. You had to buy like a music box, right? It was for the music box, I think. I think I remember that. Yeah, that was the only way to get the key. That was the only way to get the in-game item to play the music for that specific thing that you bought. They'd send you a code, or they'd mail you the item to your character. It was a music CD, okay. Is people pay for it, man. People want that shit because it's exclusive items. I never did fall for that gimmick. I mean, there was stuff that's like, yeah, it's just an in-game item though. It has no value to me. I don't care. It's like, oh, look at me. I have this special equipment that, you know, that only people that bought something ridiculously expensive got. I'm like, okay. I never found appeal in that shit. I mean, if you love the game, sure, but it's just I just don't find any appeal in that. I never fall for shit like that. It's no different than buying DLC. Like, oh, look at this armor you can buy because you'll be the cool kid on the block because but everybody else can get it. So what the? It's nothing extravagant. It's nothing special. It's just okay. You got it. It's whatever to me. That status of you owning that and me not owning it doesn't bother me. Yeah, the music was good. I mod the shit out of my F11. I mod all the music, so it's all different soundtracks from different games. And then people listen to it, he's like, dude, that doesn't sound like Final Fantasy 11 music. I know it isn't. It's all different music, like FF7, Chrono Trigger, Grandia, fucking Chrono Cross. Um, I think there's some from Xenogears, Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 10. There's all different types of music in there. Running Pinata. I haven't seen him in a while. My Steam friend. I haven't seen him in a long ass time. He doesn't. He used to come to my stream all the time. He doesn't come anymore. He's been busy with real life stuff. My Windows theme was I think my Windows theme was it's from E6. I think this was there was a town I got an E6. The one thing I did like about this game, I'm trying to find it where it was. Let me see. was it? I'm trying to think of it. It was a town. This one. This was my Windurst. I would like go through so many different tracks of the game, and I just fuck with the music, and I had so much fun with it. I was like, oh shit, I like this song. I'm gonna put this as this stage's theme. And people was like, what the fuck is that? Now I'd like get classic FF music, like I had like I had 14 music, like I even had like FF7's music, like I had what was it? I had like a bunch of like old school remixes, like I did like this was like my when they raised the cap to 119 the battle areas. I changed like I used this for my battle theme. Ah crap. Go back. This was my battle theme. Just because it's like, come on. Everybody knows this fucking song. I just like doing that with FF11 music. I would just go through all these different tracks and change all the songs to songs I remember when I was young. It kind of brought some life into the game for me because it was nice hearing different songs. But I still know the original songs, you know. Like if I heard them, I'm like, oh, that's the song, because there's some really good tracks in FF11, and there's some good remixes too. I was like really fond of the what was it? FF11, the Star Onions. Like this was the orchestrated version of all the tracks. Like they had, God, this is like really good music. This was like one of my favorite tracks. I remember when I first heard what was it called? The Shadow Lord's music. Yeah, I remember when I first heard this, I was like I was like, dude, Shadow Lord. I just shit my pants when I heard this. I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Yeah, this is a really good sound, good composition. Like, these songs are really fucking good. I was like, dude, I want these in the game. Like, these sound fucking hype as shit. Like, it just makes the song, like, you hear the original and you hear this one and I'm like, oh man, could it get any better? I can tell you, man, this is like, I listened to this shit for hours. Like a lot of good songs. Let's see, I'm trying to think of another song. I think Selbino was really good. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Salbina.
Ooh, wait, look at all these
Which song was it? Not that one. Not that one. I was like, oh god. Salbina. So good. Oh, I can imagine, yeah. Vinyls are awesome. It's nostalgia, though. You know, people like the old school stuff. I mean, vinyls are really nice. But you also got to get the rights to sell it, too. I mean, you don't own the music, so... Such good music. I would be jealous hearing this in a concert. Like, I would just be like, oh my god, like, this is real instrumental music. It's so fucking good. And there was another one. Muhara's music, I think, was really good. Wait, let me look. Not that one. Kazam was... This one's catchy, too. Kazam! I can listen to this all day. Just good memories, man. Oh yeah, I could. I mean, yeah, you could. You mean buying them and just reselling them? Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I thought you meant actually creating vinyls, you know, and making them and selling them as your own. I thought you meant that. You mean just actually straight buying them in the store and upselling them? Yeah, you could do that. Flip them. Yeah, there's no law against that. You're just gonna be hated by people because they're gonna give you shit for that shit. What was the other one? There was another track I liked. I remember. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, this one. I don't know if you remember this. This is from Treasures of Adragan. Yeah, on the assault theme. Okay. I gotta be that dick, man. Just go. I'm buying 2,000. I'm gonna buy all 500 of them just to be a fucking asshole. Yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. You're an asshole if you do that. Yeah, I just like listening to the old music. There's a lot of good tracks in FF11. Good memories. Yeah, like I said, I usually go around and just, like I said, play, look up old school tracks and just mess around with the song files. Like I said, I like doing that with FF11. That was always fun. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. There's not too many new soundtracks I really get excited too much about. Like, there's some, but most of them, they don't capture me the same way as older games do. Like, there's some good new track. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some good music out there that's still new. It's just video game music lately, though. Like, there's not that many to catch my ear. Like it just like it's kind of just there. You listen to it and you're just like it complements the game, but it's nothing extraordinary. You wouldn't go out to your mom and go, "Oh my god, I got to get this soundtrack." It's nothing like that. But then you listen to some of the older stuff and you're just like, "Holy shit, this was so good at the time." Like you don't hear you don't hear that quality of music all the time. You know, back then it was an achievement. I remember back in like early '90s when you heard instrumental video game music, that was like unheard of. You know, like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? You know, that's amazing. Like that was a treat to hear. And now it's like it's common, so you know anybody can make music. So it's I get kind of there's not many games that capture my heart with music as nowadays as it used to. So it used to before, not as much anymore. So what time is it? 11. Yep, good Eurobeat. Eurobeat, man. Every time I think of Eurobeat, I always think of fucking Initial D. Night of Fire. Because back in the day, man, when we used to watch anime, fuck, man. Initial D, man, was like super hype ass Eurobeat. I used to listen to that shit all the time. So fucking catchy. But yeah, I'm trying to think what to do right now. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna take a little break. I don't know what I want to play right now. Like I said, I was playing Rabi-Ribi, but my brain's kind of mush right now. Can't really. I just can't think right now. I don't know what I want to play. I really don't know. I am confused what to play. I don't know. What do I want to play? Like I have games to play. It's one of those things of there's so many. I mean, you can see my library's fucking huge, and but there's like a lot of games I just don't want to play. I'm just not in the mood. I mean, a kid. This would be a kid's wet dream for all the games I have. Like, oh my god, you got so many video games. I'm like, yep, and I don't play like 90% of them. Oh, my friend got sicker, didn't he? Actually downloaded it. Surprised he actually got it. Thimbleweed Park? I've never heard of that. It's a Steam game? I've never heard of that shit. Thimbleweed? Oh, it's like Monkey Island. Okay. It's interesting. Huh. That was cool. I'm not gonna pay $20 for it though. It's if usually with video games, I only buy it when it's on sale. Like I have a lot of games on my wish list, and I only buy stuff when it's cheap. I don't like getting into it. I've kind of trained myself to not get in the habit of buying games at launch anymore because it's not worth it. A lot of games turn out to be really disappointing. They're just there, they're mediocre. They're just, you kind of like, it's not worth getting all hyped up over. So, like I said, I really don't buy games new anymore. I just, unless it's a game I really fucking want and I really know I'm going to enjoy it, then I might indulge. But even then, I usually get it on sale. I'll go and get it from somewhere cheaper. Just like, I'll pre-order from a specific store. I'll get a discount, like, then I'll do it. But other than that, never pay full price. I don't like paying full price. Like I said, really nothing I want that I really, really want is on sale for cheap. So I'm just waiting for the next Steam sale, and then I'll grab it. Or sometimes the discount's not big enough for me to care. Or it's like 20%. It's like that's nothing. Like I want like half off. 60% off, 70% off, 80% off. Then I'll grab it. But for the most part, when it's just 10% full price, forget it. I pretty much just bookmark stuff that I catches my eye and be like, okay, I'll get this down the road. Okay, point and click. Yeah, I do like point and clicks. Point and clicks are fun. I played a point and click game called where is it? It's got a weird name. Let me find it. I'm trying to find it. Oh, it's called Chalk. This one. Hey, this game was super cute. Like, oh my god, it's such a good point and click game. It's short. I got it for like $4, I think. But yeah, this game was super cute. It had a good story, excellent visual design. Good puzzles. It was just a really, really, really good point and click game. Chip's Quest. I don't even see it. Chip's Challenge, you mean? Oh, this one? How much reading in this game? Mostly visuals.
What is all this racket?
Yeah, you can see what it looks like. Not too much reading. Mostly interactive. Yeah, it's fully voice acted. I say it's a good game. Get it on sale. Like I got it for like $4. It was like 60% off. It's not very long. It's like I know the review doesn't seem good. I was like 68. That's kind of low. And I was like, wow, really? You guys don't think it's that good? You know, people didn't think it was that great. Well, the critics don't think it. I thought it was really good. It's not the greatest game, but it's a good game. I mean, it's obviously subjective. It's everybody's different. But yeah, like I said, it's a good game though. Like I said, for the price, at a $4 or $5 price tag, it's very enjoyable. It's definitely, you know, make you smile. But yeah, I also like puzzle games. Like um, I want another game like this. Again, I know I kind of ran through these games really fast, but I love games like this. I don't know if you've ever seen this game before. Like, excellent. One of the best puzzle games I've ever played. Like, such a good game. It's really fucking good. I really enjoyed this series so much. This is probably this is probably on my top 5 for sure. Puzzle games of all time. It's so fucking good. It's well made. The puzzles are very, very thoughtful. Crafted very well. Makes you think. It has a pretty good story. Yeah, there's 3 games, and I've beaten all 3 of them. Such a good game. It's honestly, it is. I mean, look at the reviews. 98%. That's fucking fantastic. I don't usually see percentages give that high. But yeah, this is a masterpiece. Like, play all 3 of them. And it gets better with every one. It's like, damn, the first one's good. The second one's even better. The third one's even better. And they get longer, too. Like, the first one's short. This one's a little longer. This one's super long. So it's just, oh my god. You just play and you're just like, oh my god, it's so good. And you feel good about yourself when you're, you know, figuring out the puzzles. It really feels good just solving it and just going, oh my god, this is so interesting and fulfilling to do. Bear with me. Why does that sound familiar? I think my friend played it. I don't think he liked it. Yeah, my friend played this. He didn't like this game. I was watching him play it. He said it's too slow paced. It's funny. It says 100%. Okay, why is it only positive if it's 100%? He didn't like this for some reason. I don't know. My friend did not like this. He got it for free too. He did not like this game. I don't know what it was, but he did not like it. I don't know what it was, but he did not. They said the story. He said the story takes way too long. Like it's so slow paced that it really killed the mood. Like it looked interesting. I was like, okay, maybe this will be something I like to play. But then I was watching him, and he was playing it the first couple hours, and he's like, God, this game drags on so bad. Yeah, Edith Finch. My friend has he recommended that to me. He said that one's really good. Yeah, point and click games are. I do like puzzle solving point and click games. They make your mind think. I really like thinking. It gets my mind motivated to do something rather than, you know, where some games I feel like it's just on autopilot or it's just there's a lack of interest, so my mind tends to wander. But yeah, I like games that involve any like puzzle solving. I have to check it out. But yeah, Chips Challenge. You showed me that. Oh, okay, it's like that. I get it. It's like, why does this remind me of Adventures of Lolo? When I'm looking at this reminds me of it. It has like the graphics of like Minesweeper, but it has the puzzles like Adventure of Lolo. Is that what it's supposed to be? Well, I mean, thing is too, I like good puzzles, but I also like it with a. I prefer games that have puzzle with a story, a good story. That's why I like Room because there's usually actually a story to go with it. So I do like something a little bit more, I guess, modern. There's some old games, like, I'll be honest, like, I play a lot of older games now, and they don't really hold up too well. Like, I can tell just by looking at it, I'd be like, it's a little too mediocre for me. Like, yeah, it's got the puzzles, but that's all it's got, you know what I mean? Like, I need a little bit more. I don't think this would, capture my attention enough. Even if the puzzles are good, I still want a little bit more. Some stuff feels a little dated, and you just go to it and you're just like, yeah, I don't want this. I want something a little newer. I mean, then the problem with some of the newer games is they don't have enough substance. You play it and you're just like, it looks good, doesn't play good though. So it's kind of I'm gotten to the point where I'm so picky that I have to, discern myself. Okay, do I play? Like graphics aren't super important to me. I mean, I do like a nice looking game. Don't get me wrong. It's nice seeing something that's beautifully animated or just beautiful in general. But it has to have good substance. It has to have a good story. I want the whole thing to be a pleasant experience. Where just it hits and nails it at every corner, and we're just like, oh my god, this is so good. Not get 1 out of 3, not get 2 out of 3. I want 3 out of 3. Yeah, it looks interesting. Thimbleweed Park, but again, I'm gonna wait for it to go on sale. I don't think my friend has it. No, he doesn't have. I'm checking to see if my friend has it on his Steam list. I don't think he does. Looking Thimbleweed. No, he doesn't. None of my friends. I Steam share with my other friends, so I I borrow games that they have that I don't have, and vice versa. So I try not to buy the same geese. I try not to buy the same games that other people buy. I'm also a big fan of horror games like Amnesia. I love Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Oh god, I love games like this. Give me games like Amnesia, dude. These are so fun. Like they're creepy. They got good puzzles. They're good story. I love games like this. It's supposed to be another game I played all the frictional games. Penumbra, Soma, Amnesia, all great games. All masterpieces. Cola, yeah, my friend has that. He never got around to playing it though. I don't know if it's yeah, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, my friend has it on his library. I can get it from him. The reviews seem kind of mixed. Like it looks okay. I mean, but I've played some bad horror games. Like, give you a couple examples. Um, Let me look up horror games. There's some bad ones I've played where I'm just like cringe. Where you're just like, oh god, don't play this. Like I played Slender.
Rated T.
I did not like this game at all. This game was boring as hell. Like I bought it for $2 and I was like, oh my god, like yeah, it's like $2, exactly $2. And I was not enjoying it. I don't know what it was, but it was just like, okay, I'm finding the stupid letters all over the place. This is really all it was. You just find I know the whole premise behind Slender Man, but all you do is find letters. That's all you do is you find the stupid letters, and then you go to the next part, and you find the stupid letters, and you go to the next part, find the stupid letters. I'm like, getting old real quick. It was getting old fast. I could not fucking get into the shit. Visage was, I kickstarted this. This was actually a pretty good game. This is just pretty creepy. I like this game. They're still updating it. It's supposed to get a big update eventually. It's still in early access. They're still working on it. I'm waiting for them to finish. I played this a long time ago, but the game's not finished yet, though. But this had some problems with it, like some bad design choices. But overall, it was a good game. I said I have not played Chapter 2 yet. See, I haven't even played this. Like, I don't even think I've gone this far yet. Yeah, this does not look familiar at all. I played this like a year ago, so they might have introduced a lot more stuff in here that I'm not familiar with. Because I played it when it came out. Yeah. Back in, where was it? Was it like September I played it? Man, it was only 7 months ago? Oh man, I thought it was fucking later than that. I mean, earlier than that. I guess I'm wrong. But yeah, I played Visage. Trying to think of anything else.
Rated T for Teen.
Doorways was surprisingly good. Like, I know the reviews say it's shit. I actually like this game. This game was really good. It had some good puzzles, really disturbing scenes. The graphics were definitely not very good. I have played all of these games. Like, I played all the Doorways games. I do recommend all of them. Like, they're all really good. Yeah, there's Prelude, Underworld, and Mountains of Flesh. Like, this is actually a pretty decent game. Mountains of Flesh was the most forgive the pun, the most fleshed out. But had some weird design choices. But good game otherwise. Graphics needed work though. The cutscenes look absolutely atrocious. Yeah, maybe, I am feeling kind of a horror game. Maybe I'll look through some horror games and see if I want to play something. There's also a lot of bad games too. There's so many bad games. This was a good game. When the Darkness Comes, free. Good free game. Like, this was actually really, really good. I was surprised for free how good it was. There's so many horror games. There's so many bad ones too. There's some games in here I'm like, ugh, and I just get rid of it. It's fucking shit, or it's overrated. I heard this game was good. Pacify. Pacify. Yeah, I gotta look around, see if there's any games I'd want to play, just to check some new shit out. But anyways, I'm gonna take a little break, guys. I'm kind of like been staring at the screen too long, so I'm gonna take a little break. I'll come back in like an hour or so, and I'll probably play a new game or something. So, anyways, I'll be back later, guys. I'm gonna just take a little break, so be back in a bit. Which one? Which Xerox? Which game are you talking about? The one you were talking about? The one I was talking about? You mean the Mountains of Flesh? Is that what you're talking about? Or Amnesia? What are you talking about? You mean Chalk? You mean the one I was talking about? The one... This one, you mean? This one, right? Chalk. Right? Yeah, just look up that name on CS. You pronounce it Chalk. So I guess the S is silent or something. It's a French name, I think. So no problem. But like I said, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back later, guys. I'm gonna go off stream for a bit.